One, two, three. Hi, good people. It's me, David, and I'm very worried for my nation. If you asked me 30 years ago, greatest nation on earth, I'd say Australia. If you asked me 25 years ago, I'd say Australia. If you asked me 20 years ago, I'd say Australia. Today I'd go, we were once great, but it seems like the political power, the uni party, don't like us. They're fundamentally trying to change the fundamental foundation of Australia, which I don't think it can ever happen. It can never happen synthetically. That has to come organically from the people. Today I've been in Australia now for almost 6 months back after living overseas for 20 years. I haven't been able to find a job. I apply for dozens of jobs a day. I have an MBA in digital transformation. I write AI apps, but I still apply for jobs, and I've never received one reply. Now, not only that, I have 20 years experience overseas, dealing with at universities in Thailand, Japan, all over. You know, I meet people currently in Australia in these jobs, and I realise that I know I'm much better qualified for them, I'm much better, more experienced than them. But today something happened. I don't want to say where these gentlemen were from, but they were wearing the City of Gold Coast uniforms. And they were out on the roads, but they weren't doing anything. They pulled their car over on the side of the road, and I noticed in the truck they had there was beer cans, but they were just joking around with music coming out of the CD player or the MP3 player or whatever they've got now, the Bluetooth connected to the car. But it was like they weren't doing anything, and they were just lounging around in this car, speaking speaking sometimes English and another language. But I thought, I applied for a job at the Gold Coast. I didn't even get a reply back. How did these guys get it? When they don't seem to be very well switched on, you know, they're just bumming around. And I've noticed this throughout. Migrants to Australia, I want to explain something to you. We don't hate you. We just don't. But our nation has fundamentally changed. I'll give you a really good example. From the year 2000 until 2025, Australia went from basically 20 million people to about 29 million people. It's a 45% increase in 25 years. We have the fastest population growth over the last 25 years through migration than any other nation on the face of the earth. And we didn't need any of you. We just didn't. We never have. Australia, if you ever go back through history, we have our indigenous history, of course, but 1788, the first fleet. Yeah, we didn't need anybody. We did not need anybody. We needed the British and Europeans that came. That was it. We didn't need anybody else. I want to do something right now. Indians, I hope you're watching this video. About 20 years ago, I went to Jalandhar in India. India has a population of, Jalandhar has a population of about 1.2 million people. So when I was there was 1.2 million people. Now let's just say today there's a 45%, a 50% population increase. So now Jalandhar has 1.8 million people. And they're not Indian, they're not even from Jalandhar, they're from Australia, New Zealand and Britain. They've fundamentally changed the Jalandhar culture. They've made, they live in their own places, but they haven't really ever assimilated. They don't need to, there's 600,000 of them. Would you protest in the street? We don't want these people here. Jalandhar has fundamentally changed and we don't like it. We want to go back to our cultural heritage, to our roots. You know who else would be protesting with you about this European invasion in Jalandhar? I would be. I would be the one holding up a sign saying, these people shouldn't be here. They can come and visit, but they have fundamentally changed the great city of Jalandhar, and we shouldn't allow this to happen. And I think that the Indian government would agree. We don't have that in Australia. We have a government that will simply not listen to us and will just go do whatever it wants. I think with migration, immigration, it should always be by referendum. Maybe every 10 years, how many people should we have over the next 10 years? And people can choose. 0 to 100,000. Nobody. There's one. 0 to 100,000 a year. Oh no, that's too many. 100,000 people a year. God, no. Oh wait, we get that every 100 days now in Australia. Maybe 50,000 people a year. But also not only this country, we allow people to become permanent residents and even citizens, which, you know what I like about Thailand? They maintain their Thai culture and they maintain migration by allowing people to basically just get 1-year visas and renew them every year. You also have to check in every 90 days. But you could never really become a citizen. Yes, there are cases, but they're rare. You can't become a permanent resident. There's not really a category. But every year you have to renew your visa. But Australia doesn't have this. Why do we want all these people here? Because I don't remember being asked. If I was asked, I'd say no. But what's the point? And that's the scary thing. What's the end game? Nobody can answer that. I don't think current Labor government, it's quite obvious that they don't call the shots. Somebody tells them what to do. Anthony Albanese needs a teleprompter everywhere he goes and a little ear device in his ear when he speaks, because that man doesn't make decisions for him. He's not a decision maker. If you ever watch him, he's not. I want to know who's controlling the Labor Party. Because the Labor Party have not done one thing in the Australian people's best interests since they have come to power. And the Liberal Party are no better. I would just like to know, what is the end game to all this? Because I don't see any positive coming from what's going on. Anyway, good people, more to come. So subscribe. I need 1 billion followers by the end of today. I got to leave my country again because I'm not welcome here anymore. Okay, bye-bye.